Morning, everyone. From a dark and kind of wet and rainy Bray. Ado here, Crosscare Homeless Services Management Team, a member of the Social Care Workers Board at Carew, and a member of the Consultative Forum for Former Residents of Mother and Baby Homes and Allied Institutions. Today, I'd like to pick up on something that Audrey Moore from Trust Social Care Consultancy had put up, I think yesterday, the day before. Audrey puts up these lovely little reflections. And the reflection that she put up was in relation to a piece by Viktor Frankl. And in it, he in the piece that she'd put up, he talks about our responses and how we respond. And that in our responses are kind of learning and growth. And it reminded me of a conversation that I had with a fairly new and young social care professional that I was talking to during the week. And we were talking about challenging behaviours. And, you know, what challenging behaviours are. Excuse me for yawning. What challenging behaviours are and what purpose do they serve and who do they serve? And it was we quite a wide ranging conversation. We originally started it talking around self-injury and self-harm. Because this young social care professional is going to do a course on that soon. And I studied self-injury training years ago with Dr. Kay Inkle in Trinity College, so it's something I'm really interested in. And for some people, that self-injuring or self-harming behaviour, especially when it's cutting, can be very, very, very challenging. But it's really helpful in that instance, in that act, to understand what the function of the behaviour is and what that might be doing for the person who's injuring their own body. That when you talk to them and when you have a very good and positive and solid relationship with them, and they take an opportunity to inform you why they're deciding to harm their own body and what the function is, then the response is entirely ours then. And instead of it being shock and horror and distress, with that piece of knowledge of the function, it may help us ameliorate our responses as well. You know, I know in TCI, in our TCI training, and one of the things they ask you to do is to ask yourself straight away, how do you feel? Now, I know when we're being confronted by challenging behaviour, stop and ask yourself, how do you feel, is complex and difficult. But it's really, really important. Very few people that we work with act out or present with challenging behaviours just because they want to. You know, if you're working in the intellectual disability, the physical disability sector, it may be one of the ways, or one of the only ways, that they can communicate with us. And we need to be able to really develop our communication strategies so that they can get the message across to us easier. In children's residential, where you have, broken bonds of attachment, etc. It may be that they're trying to push us away to test us because everyone else in their life has abandoned them. So, challenge behaviour by itself in isolation just leads us to react and respond. But in fact, what we need to do is inform and have a collaborative relationship whereby we can understand what that behaviour is being used for. See you next week.